Dear students, today's topic is how to remember the standard formulas of integration. But before that, if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it because it motivates me to provide you more and more such important mathematics lectures. So the question is how to remember the formulas of integration. First and the most important thing is to remember is integration is the reverse process of differentiation. In the earlier video, we have seen easiest ways to remember the formulas of differentiation. So you can go through it and then come back to this video. Okay, as I said, it is the reverse process of differentiation. What does it mean? It means if we know the derivative of x, consider this third formula. If we know the derivative of x, recall the derivative of x is 1. So its integration is x. So on the right hand side, whatever maybe the formulas are, their derivative is on the left hand side. If you remember, the derivative of e raised to x was e raised to x. So the integration of e raised to x will be e raised to x. If you are getting confused, let us remember the derivative of x raised to n was n x raised to n minus 1. Okay, so now if we derive this x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1, then it should be x raised to n. Okay, let us check here. The derivative of d by dx of x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Okay, so the derivative of this function would be x raised to n. Plus c, I will tell you later why it is plus c. Okay. So if you want to find the derivative of this term, 1 upon n plus 1 is a constant term. It remains as it is. The derivative of x raised to n. Keep in mind the derivative of x raised to n was n x raised to n minus 1. If you forget it, I will write down the formula. The derivative of x raised to n is n x raised to n minus 1. So whatever may be the n here, it comes ahead of the x, multiplies with it, n x, and the power will be decreasing by 1, n minus 1. Same way, if we want to find the derivative of x raised to n plus 1, it is n plus 1 comes ahead of the x into x raised to n plus 1 minus 1. So this will be equal to 1 by n plus 1 gets cancelled. So it is just 1 into x raised to 1 minus 1 is also gets cancelled. So directly you can say it is equal to x raised to n. N plus 1 gets cancelled, 1 minus 1 gets cancelled, so just remain x raised to n. So in the similar way, you can check this. The derivative of log x was 1 upon x. The derivative of x is 1. Again, if you want to check the derivative of x, come back here. Okay, derivative of x, d by dx of x. Here you consider x raised to 1. So 1 comes ahead into x raised to 1 minus 1. Now 1 into anything is that anything x raised to 1 minus 1 is x raised to 0. X raised to 0 is 1. So the derivative of x is 1. Integration of 1 will be x. So it is just the reverse process of differentiation. Again, the derivative of a raised to x. Let us see. The derivative of a raised to x is equal to a raised to x log a base e that we have seen. So now if you are consider here the integration of a raised to x log a is a raised to x, and log a is constant, so you can take this from right hand side to left hand side. It will go in the denominator, a raised to x upon log a plus c. Now remember the derivative of cos x. The derivative of cos x was minus sin x. So the integration of sin x will be minus cos x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So simply take this minus sign onto the left hand side. It will be minus cos x, and integration of sin x will be minus cos x. Again remember the derivative of sin x was cos x. So integration of cos x will be sin x. Similarly, the derivative of tan x was sec square x. Integration of sec square x will be tan x. and you can remember all these formulas easily. Now why I have written plus c plus c plus c everywhere in the formulas? So it is known as the constant of integration, where plus c is the constant of integration, and why we are adding in each and every formula. After integrating, we have to add plus c. Now what is this plus c? I'll simply tell you one easiest function, x square. The derivative of x square is 2x. Okay. What about the derivative of x square plus 2? The derivative of x square is 2x. The derivative of 2 is 0 because it is constant. Again, x square plus 9. The derivative of x square is 2x, but the derivative of 9 is 0 because it is constant. Any number, if you have x square plus 99 also, then the derivative of x square is 2x, and the constant 99, its derivative is 0. So what is happening here? If you can check this, then it is x square plus 2, x square plus 9, x square plus 99, all are different functions, but the derivative is same, 2x, 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 2x. So while we integrate this 2x, what we get is x square, okay? But if we integrate this 2x, then the integration will be x square plus 2. So it is little bit confusing. The integration of 2x will be x square only. Why it is plus 2, plus 9, plus 99? So we don't know whichever the function is. If you are integrating 2x, you are getting x square only. But suppose there is function x square plus 2, x square plus 9, or x square plus 99 maybe. So these are 2, 9, 99 are constants. So we don't know exactly the integration of this function is x square only, or x square plus 2, or x square plus 9, or whatever may be the constant. So that's why we are adding plus c every time. That plus c is nothing but the constant of integration, and the rest formulas are the reverse of differentiation. So the easiest way to remember the standard formula of integration is to just reverse the formulas of differentiation. And why we are adding plus c? Because it is the constant of integration. As you can see here, integration of 2x can be x square plus 2, x square plus 9, x square plus 19, maybe any constant will be there. So that's why we are adding plus c. Okay friends, so this is the way you can remember the formulas of integration. You can take screenshot of this also. It will be easy to remember you. Thank you all.